Hey guys, Kev here, and let's talk about pens. So, these are a couple of left-handed pens from Billetspin. So, big shout out to Billetspin. They reached out to me and asked if I wanted to check out their left-handed cam pens. So, it is the CamPen. I've actually reviewed this product in the past, but it was when they first came out, and it was the right-handed version. So, this is the lefty CamPen. That's C-A-M-P-E-N, CamPen, and that is because, you guessed it, it is a cam system that operates this. This is not a bolt action, as you can tell. It goes side to side, not down and over. Very, very cool mechanism. I'm pretty sure when I did the review, I showed how the mechanism worked. They sent me an actual inside, like, internal mechanism that I got to show, which was really cool. So check those videos out if you get a chance. They do come in these leather slips, so you actually get like a little sheath or slip for your pen, which is pretty cool. It is billboarded quite a bit. It's a little bit obnoxious, but I get it. And it's not really meant to be, I don't think it's meant to be like, hey, I'm going to carry it in this. It's kind of like packaging, sort of, you know, but really nice. So I appreciate it. But they do come with that. And they come with a really nice milled titanium clip. Now, I will say I am not a pen clip guy. The only time I use the clip is when I clip it to a bag, which technically I do a lot. So I do need the clip, I guess. But I do sometimes wish they didn't have them to save weight, but I don't know. I do like how Smooth Precision Pens integrates the clip into the mechanism, and that really, to me, keeps it like minimal and kind of lightweight. But anyway, these are two different versions of the left-handed CamPen, and obviously these are all available in right hand as well. You can go check out their website. I will link it down below. I'm not sure if it's just billetspin.com, but regardless, linked in the description and probably pinned as a comment as well. Just so you know, I always try to pin the description as a comment in the comment section because I find a lot of people don't know where the description is. So yeah, let's start with this one. This is a smooth titanium body. So you have an all smooth titanium body. They do make a titanium with this kind of knurling for grip, but this is the smooth one. So you have the cap down here, which obviously threads off, and then you have a spring in there, a little O-ring that connects it. This is all titanium, obviously. And then inside you have your refill. Now, they do come with a Mont Blanc, I believe, or no, Monteverde gel refill of some sort. As you all may know, I absolutely despise gel. I'm left-handed, so I want ballpoint. And I'm a Parker guy, pretty much. And it's mostly because they make good ballpoint refills, not because I just love Parker or anything. But anyway, I swapped these out, so disregard the refill. It'll come with the, what did I say, Monteverde? And then obviously you have the tube here. This is all titanium in here. I don't think there's any plastic anywhere near this. I know some people worry about that on pens. And then there's the cam system, which I believe might be made of brass. At least the one I saw, I think, was brass. And then you have your clip, which does come off with T8 screws. And you have a cap that is, I believe it's threaded on, doesn't loosen, and does not have ugly tooling. That's one thing I don't like about the Smooth Precision pens, as much as I love those pens. I actually have an affiliate link down below if you want to pick up a Smooth Precision pen. So I love their pens. I just don't love the new, mechanism with the tooling on the cap. I like the plunger they had previously. But anyway, so you have that cap, the tube, and the end cap, and the clip. So you have those parts, and then the knob right here, which can loosen and whatever. And I believe you might be able to buy these in different materials, but I'm not sure. Maybe the clip too. But it is very simple. So you switch it over, and the tip comes out, and then you switch it back and it pops back in. So it is very much like, let me grab one. Sorry, I wasn't prepared enough. I'll grab some examples here we can compare to. So let's do that first. We'll do size comparisons. We'll get to that one. So first up, we'll talk about the Nottingham Tactical. This is the Not-A-Bolt. So again, it is a bolt action style pen. And this one has knurling and everything. And they are a very similar diameter. So some people like thin pens, some people like thick pens. I like thinner pens, but some of the pens that are thicker work. Tactile, turn, they're thick. Their normal size pen, I don't like how thick it is. Even though it's about the same as this, maybe thinner, I don't like how it feels. This I like. That I like. It's just, it's interesting how sometimes it's just, 0.45 on the thickness. And this is going to be the same, I think. 0.42. So we are quite a bit thinner, actually. And we can grab the Saga as a reference point. 0.375, so you can see that is quite a bit thinner. And then here is a Smooth Precision or Urban Survival Gear, same pen. Tie Scribe Go Mini 0.40. So it is thicker than these, but not as thick as the Nottingham. But like I said, the Nottingham Tactical, I actually like the thickness on. But anyway, a normal bolt action, you come down and over, and that locks the mechanism in place. And then you pop it over, and it disengages, right? Retracts. And that's how simple it is. It's just, a system of using the spring and all that to get that to happen. This has a cam system, so when you push this over, it drives a cam down, which locks in place, and the tip pops out. Really love the tip engagement, we'll call it. I am a big stickler on that. I hate when you just get like a little stubby nub coming out. This is perfect. And then you just pop it over. And it seems so simple. I mean, there's a lot, not a lot, but there's stuff going on in there to make it happen. But it's very satisfying, and it just works really well. Never had it disengage on me. I've never, none of that. It's just been great, really. Very much a pleasure to use. So anyway, there's the Not-A-Bolt from Nottingham Tactical. In terms of length, we are almost identical. The Nottingham is just a little bit longer. And if we grab the Saga from Grimsmo, we are quite a bit shorter. So, we got a little bit of, let's just measure. So we are looking at, close to 5 1/4 on the Billetspin. On the Saga, you're looking at just about 5 inches. So 1/4 inch shorter on that guy. The Nottingham Tactical was 5 1/4, just over 5 1/4. So let's double check this guy. Just under 5 1/4. So just under, just over at 5. And then here is your Tie Scribe Go Mini. And this guy's coming in at 4 3/4. So, yep, this one's shorter than the Saga. So, I don't know if any of those comparisons help you guys, but there you go. In terms of weight, the Tie Scribe Go Mini is probably going to be the lightest. Close would be the Saga. I assume those two are going to be the lightest ones. This is not feeling heavy, and this doesn't have a ton of weight. I don't have a scale, and it's hard to just like hand balance these, but excuse me, this one always feels really light. This one's definitely not a heavy pen, and neither of those are tail heavy at all, which I really like. That's one of the things I don't like about bolt actions is they tend to be tail heavy. This one does a really good job at balancing that. It's still gonna lean that way, but you can see the balance point is almost at the halfway point. Now, that's where this guy does fall. You know, that's one of the critiques I have on this pen in general is the balance. You'll see the balance point's going to be, let's see if I can find it. Oops. It's hard because of the bolt and everything. It wants to just roll in your hand. Just want to make sure it's not the... So yeah, it's somewhere around there. So it's towards the back end because you have a lot of weight on here. Not a ton, but you do have extra weight because you have this bolt sticking out. You have the milled clip, which is pretty thick, and then you have the mechanism in there, which I believe is brass. Part of it is anyway. That may have changed since, you know, when I reviewed the first one, but it does give it a little bit of a tail end to it. But I'll be honest, it's not bad. You know, this morning when I sat down for work and I picked it up, I did notice that, like, it felt a little bit heavy in the back end, but you adjust to it pretty quickly. And right now, honestly, I barely noticed that, but it is a thing. So if you're one of those people who really doesn't like the back end of a pen to have weight to it, which I kind of am one of those people, then this might not be the pen for you. But if you're used to bolt actions and all that kind of stuff, then this is very good. I mean, in terms of the weight and the balance, it's definitely not bad. It just is a little bit tail heavy. So this is the smooth one. And then let's talk about this one. So this one's in zirconium. So you have a zirconium body, right? And then all the accents are titanium. So it's actually the same kind of raw, kind of machined titanium as this guy. But you have it on the cap, or the front cap. You have it on the clip. You have it on the tail cap or screw. The button inside on the mechanism a little bit there. But if I were to take this apart and you look down in there, you'll see this is all, you know, it's all zirconium, the body. So what does that mean? Well, it means two things. It means three things. One, aesthetics. It has this darker look to it because usually with zirconium, they're going to flame it, right? Or heat it, sorry. And it turns this really cool dark gray, black color that I love. I absolutely love zirconium. It's one of my favorite materials. The other thing it means is it's going to weigh more because zirconium is heavier, just naturally heavier than titanium. Titanium is one of those metals that is very strong for being lightweight, if that makes sense. That's why it's really popular. It's springy, it's lightweight for its strength, it doesn't rust. There's a lot of benefits to titanium. Zirconium has a lot of the same benefits. It's not as springy, though, and it's heavier. So that... And then the third thing would be it's more expensive. It's usually going to add like $100 to whatever it is. So if this guy I think is $150, this guy's probably $250, if that makes sense. You can get a full zirc one. That's what I would recommend. I think if you're going to go zirc, go full zirc, you know, go berserk, get it? One other thing I noticed, which is interesting between the two, is this one has a little bit of a, like, moving, I can hear parts moving, sort of. I don't know how to explain that. Not like an issue, but I just noticed from handling it, this one doesn't. It's a lot less of that. And I wonder what could be the case of that. Like, why? I don't know. The springs might be different somehow. I don't know. I did swap the inserts, so you never know. Could have been me. But both are really cool. I love that it's a left-handed mechanism. So if we get into that, you just have such an ease of use. It's such a natural motion to do this. It really is. And once you get the hang of it, which is pretty easy because it's left, right, left, right. It's addicting. It's addicting. It's fun. It's satisfying because it has a nice, it doesn't like, I don't know how to explain it, but it like pops into place. You see how it springs if I don't get it all the way? And once you release, it pops. I don't have to like push it all the way over like the bolt action. Well, the bolt action does the same thing, but. So it's very similar to a bolt action in that sense. Like on the bolt action, you have to go down and over and lock it in. On this, you have to take it across and lock it in. And it kind of locks itself in. And then when it releases, just like a bolt action, then it pops, right? So it's very similar in that sense. It's just a different motion. There's your acoustics. And this one. Both are super smooth. I mean, it's silly how smooth these are. Yeah. And addicting, like I said. Now, the cool thing about this mechanism to me is left-handed or right-handed. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you could be right-handed and be using this lefty pen and not really even care. Right? Like I can do this all day, no problem. And then switch over. Right? It's just nice that the clip is over here instead of, you know, inside this angle right here. But it works. So, you know, if you're left-handed and they only have a right-handed one available or whatever, I think it's fine. The writing experience. So I use these Write in the Rain pads now. My buddy Javon recommended them. Go check out his channel. I believe it's Javon's Knife Addict Life. And so basically it's a super fun experience. You pick the pen up, pop, and then you go into your writing grip, whatever that is, and you start writing. You get a good amount of tip, like I explained, that comes out, and that is universal. It's not just like one of them happened to be good. You can see it's the same amount of tip on both there. And the writing experience is very similar. I'll admit I did not expect this to write and grip as well as it does because there's no knurling or anything. But I have no problem, and I think that's where the thickness comes into play. It's not thick, but it's thicker than some other pens, and I think that helps me get a good grip on it. Start writing, you know, stuff. And like I said, I don't feel the tail end really weighing me down or anything. It's there. I notice it. It's obviously heavier than some other pens I have, but it's not a bother in any way. The clip feels fine. The mechanism's kind of tucked back here. It's not hitting me or anything. It's not bothering me. I do wish they had a mini version, and I do wonder if they did, how that would affect it. And maybe that's why they haven't done it yet. I don't know, but that's just something to note. So, you know, scribble, whatever, and then bang. It's just super comfortable. Yeah, so you guys get the point there. I really enjoy these. I think they're super well made. I think when you're comparing pens in this market, you have, you know, Smooth Precision, you have Billetspin, you have Nottingham Tactical, Fellholters, you have Tactile Turn. I'm sure there's some that I just don't know about. You have the Refine EP1s. For pens that are made in the U.S., which I don't know the exact, like, I don't know where everything's made. Pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure these are made here. Because Rich is known. Rich is the guy behind Billetspin. He's like known for being a CNC wizard. So I'm assuming he's making these. You know, I think Smooth Precision makes theirs in the U.S. Billetspin makes theirs. Tactile, obviously. Nottingham, Fellholter. So, you know, you have those are kind of the top dogs. Then you have a lot of brands that make their stuff overseas. Like I think Refine has theirs made overseas, but I'm not positive on that. Their price point's way lower, so that's why I think that. But the price point being $150, you know, kind of baseline for titanium, is absolutely normal. I mean, that's basically what you pay on all of those pens I just named across the board. I haven't bought a Fellholter, so I don't know their price point. But, you know, Nottingham Tactical is $150. Tactile Turns right around $150. Smooth Precision's around $150 unless you catch a sale or something. And these are around $150. So they're on point. And the quality is absolutely there. I mean, in some of the cases, comparatively better. They all do kind of their own things well, right? I have a newer version of this that would be a better comparable, but I just don't have it here. Smooth Precision has this awesome mechanism. That's what they built their name on, is this amazing bolt action mechanism that's built in with the clip. It's a super lightweight, right? But, you know, the newer one I have, I can see this seam really well. Right here that you know, it bothers me a little bit. And then I don't love the tooling on the cap on the newer one, you know, so those couple of things bug me a little bit. On the Nottingham Tactical, I really love the machine quality and everything on theirs, honestly. But the clip is where I see them, you know, I'm not, you know, nobody's cutting corners. It's just, this helps them probably keep the cost down a little bit, in my opinion. You know, again, I'm just trying to point out comparables here. I love this pen, by the way. It's one of my favorites ever. And then here, you know, again, you're going to have this really nice, I mean, this is basically like a really nice pocket knife milled clip. I mean, it's really good. And so you have really, really high levels of machining here. I think beyond what I'm capable of distinguishing and acknowledging, right? So I'm sure some of you guys are seeing things or whatever, and let me know compared to the ones I showed, etc. You know, you also have something like the Saga here. These go for 300 bones. And, you know, you do have the details, like you can't even see the seam where this connects because of the genius of having those sort of rings there. You have those sort of flutes, and as you tighten it, that seam becomes another flute. It's just genius. So you don't even see it. And then you have the collar, which just looks, there's just something about this mechanism that looks regal. It just looks amazing to me. And you have a very nicely done clip on this as well, right? But does this seem like it's made $200 more than this? No, 100% it does. This is made in Canada. That could play a part, but so I think what you're getting for the price is really good, you know? So I wouldn't hesitate to throw the bones out if you're looking at it and trying to decide, right? So yeah, that's really where I'm at with these. These are the Billetspin CamPens in Lefty. And they come in righty, like I said. And there's all different versions. They have the smooth. They have the knurled one in titanium. They have titanium with different colored accents. I believe there's one with like blue accents. They have the zirc in all zirc. They have the zirc like this. I believe they have a zirc with colors. Not sure if you can buy accessories. You might be able to, like, you know, zircutite clip, something like that. Who knows? But it's really cool, and I think it's a take, right? It's very similar to the bolt action, and I think that's where some people aren't going to get it, right? Some people are just going to be like, yeah, it's just like another bolt action pen, right? You have a knob, and you push it back and forth, right? And essentially, yes, right? It is, yes. But this is completely different than the bolt action type pens. And people who can appreciate that will appreciate it, right? And I do. I think it's super fun. And once you get it in hand, you can totally notice the differences and nuances of them. So I think I've rambled enough. Let me know what you guys think down below. I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you to Billetspin for reaching out and for sending these along. It was very kind of you guys to do that. I'll I'll probably give away one, or I'll do what I usually do. Yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Link is below for these if you want to check them out. And I will catch you later.